It's Week 11 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Chargers and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers at 4-5, a game under 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
The numbers a week ago for Everett. Well up over 100 yards. And one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention. So they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
On second down, Eckler. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it inside the 35. You look at this Packers defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll try the right side with Jones, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Switch, yellow, Smith, red.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On their own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers offense set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Love looking to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Returnable here for Davis. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert going deep here for Allen. They've got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon God.
right, Coach. Thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand off here to Eckler. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. That is caught. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check white. Blue check. Ready.
Love now. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. The thing's just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Eckler now between the tackles. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 91 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Up the middle with Eckler. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Herbert off of play action. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Eckler. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short period.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hut, go. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set.
Now a draw play. This is Jones pushing through the contact. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the double.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Set.
Throwing. Love. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 1st down, Love to pass.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ready.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with Jones. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Love from the gun. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10.
Check white. Blue check. Yellow. Lining.
Now Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Let's go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Set cut.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers!
On second down, here's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Touchdown, Chargers.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the give, this is Eckler. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 111 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
First down, Los Angeles.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Herbert changing things up. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Flushed out right. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
To throw now, here's Love. He'll find Aguara complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First down, going to the air with Love. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Okay, right?
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Love. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Love, a throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Chargers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back